What up, people of Earth? Anxiety Joe. Can you barely see me? Now you see me. Look at that shit out there. It is insanity. Luckily, I did my run earlier and didn't have to deal with that shit. Let me get away from this cold ass window. And got through the day without having to really deal with any of this rain or snow. But dude, I just went somewhere to my sister's that normally takes like 10, 15 minutes. It took me like an hour to get home. There was like cars, any hills, anywhere where there's like a bad hill. They really dropped the ball. This rich ass area, in which, I live in a nice ass area, even though I live in a little shitty apartment. I live in a nice area. In this area, you would think that these salt trucks and these plows would be on top of shit for all these hoity-toity ass, rich, uppity ass peeps, but not the case. There's this one stretch on York Road that's like the hill. I mean, it goes down and you go up. I mean, it's a big decline and a big incline. And coming home, the shit looked like Mad Max. It looked like a post-apocalyptic world out there. There was fucking people sideways, backwards, fucking cars all with their blinking lights. I mean, I should have taken pictures. I really should have taken pictures. I was offering people rides up the hill. There's only so many people were able to get up the hill. That was the problem. There was so much traffic, and it came to a crawl. That when people would try to accelerate, especially little stupid cars with rear-wheel drive that have no idea how to drive in the first place, let alone when it snows. That's the issue right there. And they were strewn about. I mean, they were shit. Shit looked crazy, sideways. One facing this way, one stuck sideways in the opposite lane. Their cars are. It looked like how ants go around, like sticks and stuff. That's how cars were driving around all these cars and shit. And like back and forth and doing an 8 around this one. And I was offering people rides up the hill. I guess I look like a creep, so nobody took my thing. But I'm like, it was only men walking up the hill. So if it was a woman, like, I definitely would have insisted, like, no, you're not, or a kid. I would, which I guess that looks creepier. But I asked a couple guys, like, you need a ride? You all right? Like, no, it's all right. I'm almost there. Because up the top of the hill, about, I don't know, a half a mile or so, is the Wawa. So I guess they're coming up, they just abandoned their cars sitting there sideways in the middle of the road with hundreds of cars behind them and just said, fuck it. And they couldn't get up the hill. And, we're just walking up the hill, man. I feel for them. And I gotta say, thank God. This is why, my ass right now, as you see my cold ass breath, it's only because I'm not in my little area behind me, which I got walled off, that stays warm with my 38 candles. I got like a witch, like a fucking witch doing spells, but it stays warm in there. But this is why I'm so thankful for having an SUV and why I opted for that. And people tell me all the time, like, how shitty my gas mileage is, and yet, why would you, have that? But I can't tell you countless times, every snowstorm, you know, every time I had a load, when I moved in with this. I just several trips of using my truck and, uh, you know, and, and actually my one of my good buddies' trucks, his is a little bigger, but when I have to sell items that are large pieces of furniture and just countless reasons to have an SUV in this world. I mean, in this area anyway. I think some people go a little overboard with their freaking Hummers, lifted Hummers and shit. Like, you don't live in the mountains, bull. But hey, to each his own. But man, I'm just thankful, and I'm thankful I'm home. And we got through the day at work. I got out pretty early actually, which I'm thankful for that too, because yesterday was a hard ass day. Uh, so it wasn't really that physically challenging today. However, my truck at work is having a problem, so I might not be. I might have to drive someone else's truck, which is a different style, and it's harder and it's weird. So that could suck. And or tomorrow we might be starting later because of threat of ice being all over the road. So I'm going to do my best not to be in my head about that all night. But yeah, today, man, I'm just glad I'm home. And I hope all you out there, or anybody, the whole three of you or two of you that might watch this, maybe I'll name it Shart or or Queef or something, and see if like 12 people watch it, just because it's named that. Um, Actually, yeah, maybe I'll name it "Oops, I Sharted," and then see how many views I get. And if you watch this just because I named it "Oops, I Sharted," then thanks for watching. Slash, you suck. I think. Anyway, um, so all is good. Uh, Thankful to be home, safe and sound, and I hope all you people make it out there too. Be safe, be careful, take it slow, and have a good night. All right, peace.